everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome back for part 2 of my catalog walkthrough. I'm not quite sure I was going to do the whole back of the catalog, but you can see the way that this is now. That's just the dies. So this I'll see how long this takes, and it may be its standalone video, and then I'll get the paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments in another one. So if you missed the first one, I do a walkthrough of the stamp sets of samples that I still have cards for. You can search my channel by stamp set name, and that should pull it up if I have any. You can also go to my Pinterest page and do it. If you need a new catalog, let me know. You have until the 8th to get early bird pricing for my Try It class. You can go watch this video, and it will explain to you what my Try It class is. As the name implies, you'll get to try almost everything that's in here, as far as we'll use all the ribbon, we'll use all the embellishments, we'll use 10 of the papers, and I'll put as many sheets as I can. You see I do like fun folds, so you can get lots of paper on there, or templates. You get a PDF, you get a video tutorial for every project, so all the information is in that video. And then you have till the 10th to sign up for my online card club. This month we are using the Meandering Meadows paper, and we are using, if they choose to, they can add the Encircled Nature bundle, or you can substitute something similar. All the information is in this tutorial for my online card club. And this month in April, all my card club members are going to get a sample of each of the new in colors of cardstock. So that's kind of fun. So let's dive into the dies. And I'm going to mostly try to point out the ones that are really on sale. There's so many of these that are shapes that are on countless cards that I have, and it's too hard to go find, is this the right shape for that? So I'll point those out. On this page, there is a set that is 50% off, the Bold Bouquet bundle, or Bold Bouquet dies. Remember, when you're looking at this section, it's just the dies. So if you want to add the stamps, you have to go back and get the stamp set. This one's 10% off, and I'm going to show you because it has this little ruffly that goes with it. And this paper also is continued into the new catalog. So that paper, if you get the dies at 10% off, you can still use the paper. I have so many cards. I thought that I'd gotten rid of all my cards. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then as I started looking for this, I found card boxes and boxes, and literally 3 jammed full boxes of cards. So in addition to my normal April rewards, you have a chance to get 8 cards. My bonus sale starts on the 8th. The sale prices in here start on the 9th, but that gives you a day if you want stuff that's not part of the sale to still get my bonus things. If you spend $100, I'm sending you 8 cards, and they'll be good ones because I have good cards. In fact, you're seeing some of them. And then I have, you can get a free class mailed to you, and then my normal thing, my normal one. So all of that is on there. Darling Details is retiring. It's not on sale, but it's super cute little frame. So I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. Then the Earth and Textures are retiring, and I love these. I love the pots. I love the flowers. It was one of probably my most used set over the past year. It just came out in last year's catalog. I think it was maybe our first card club last year, and I've used the heck out of this stamp. It's one, sometimes I know I really got my value, and then sometimes I don't even ink them up. So we won't tell anybody that, right? So that is 20% off. Then the bikes, I like this one because you could just do bikes and you don't have to have the stamp set. It's 40% off. Then over here, the Let's Go Shopping is 20% off. Those will cut the dies. It will also cut a lot of the images from the paper that goes with it. And then the Seasonal Branches is 50% off. I never got that one. Some of these, actually, I'm shocked sometimes when I'm like, oh, I never got it. This is Timeless Arrangements, and it does these different squares that you can stamp words on, and then the flowers that go behind to build bouquets have a little strip, so it cuts out a strip so you can layer them. It's a really unique, and I really like it. I was kind of surprised it went, although I think that maybe there's a similar one too. I didn't buy the other one because I already had this one. This tutorial is on my channel, which will let you see how they work. Those are 20% off. The Zany Zoo dies, which will cut out the Zany Zoo paper. and cut out the stamp sets. It will do, it has trees and flowers, and it has a stage, it has a tag. It's a really good little die set. It's 30% off. And you could get that in the paper if you choose not to get the stamps. But if you have kids that stamp with you, they will love that. And here we're going to pull in some older ones and some that I don't have. So the artistic ones, I love these, and I used these a whole lot back when they were new. They've been out for several years. They're 50% off. Aspen Trees is 40% off, and I used it a lot too. I've just given them all away. But you can see it cuts the oval that has the trees already in it, and then it comes with the leaves. It will also cut out the bird, and there is a branch. So it's really pretty. It's 40% off. And then the Brood, I did make several cards with this, but I think I've given them all away. It cuts out the Brood for you. It's got wine glasses and beer steins and I guess not martini. It's got a growler, wine. Did I say wine? And then it will do the foam. It's a fun little set. I think this Thanks is also one of them. That's what happens when things get mixed up. Then I used a lot because it has I hope my camera's picking this up. It has 4 shapes, and then it has banners and tags in 5 of those. I used it a lot. You could get it easily standalone. It doesn't have to, obviously it doesn't go with its stamp set. It goes with He's All That, but it's just dies, and they're 40% off, so that's a really good deal for those. The Delightful Doily Hybrid is 50% off. I never got that. The Country Wreath is only 10, but it's super cute, so I'm going to show it to you. It does, you wouldn't need the stamps to make wreaths for that. And the same with the Chic. It's 50% off. I would get this if you don't already have it. It will do snowflakes and leaves, and you can see a lot of them you don't need the stamps. It just does the shape. It does shells. I don't have the shell one laying here. It was in the other video. And it does this fun mesh piece. This Gold Distress, though, is leaving. So if it's not sold out, get that. It's not on sale, but that's one of the things I would get before the sale day. So those are 50% off. And the Dainty Delight are 50% off. And we used those in club. I can't find any of the cards. I've given all of those away. And then the Dots and Spots is 40% off, and it does just one giant. You could use it for a pegboard, but it just makes a really fun background when you put it on top of an alternate color. I think this is gone. I think that retired last year. The Christmas Pine Cone. Okay, I'll be really honest with this. It's a beautiful die, but it is a pain to pull apart. So it's 50% off if you want to make a couple of spectacular Christmas cards and then make all the rest of them quick, because it is kind of a pain. The Give It a Whirl dies, I just used the shapes. If you go watch my Taco Fiesta. And then let's see, these are the Natural Prints. They were a card club a couple of years ago. They're 50% off. They also have a wreath in them. And then they have all these pieces. It has a really nice tag. So here's that. And it goes with, I think, botanical prints. I like now in the last 2 catalogs, the stamp sets and the dies are named the same things. This is always stretching my imagination my memory to get the right one. Now here's another one with the botanical prints. This stamp set, I think it's on sale too. It's just beautiful. I think this one was a club card, but I think it was the one that is on my channel to advertise that month. And then this one is 50% off. It is the Petal Patterns, and I used it a few times, but I can only find this one, and it's missing this. So it does, this is it cut in half, so full. It's almost not quite a 6x6, but close to that size. So whatever, this would be 5.5. So maybe it's like a 4x6. And then it does 2. It does the solid, which you can see here. I've done the patterned paper, and then I did the outline of the flowers in the gold foil over the top. And it's 50% off, so it's a good deal. Let's see, I have Lighting the Way, and this one will do, it's 50% off, so it will do the lantern and the bee without having the stamp set. So if you want just the lantern, then you could get that. Or you can always add the stamp sets to most of these. Now this was, back in the day, one of my favorite die sets, and I used them all the time. This was one of my favorite cards, and that's the only reason I still have it, because the Meadow, it's called Meadow, it's 50% off, and it's been in the catalog for a while. So I think the only stamps that I used from this set are these words. The rest of it is all just the dies, and you can see I just built the bouquet. You could put the label. There's 2 different tags, and then there's 2 different butterflies. This is a really fun one. It's an old tutorial, and I do not, it could be old enough that I would not claim it, but it's on my channel, and it's a fun card. Although I think it might be on shimmer white paper, and we don't sell that anymore. Then this one over here, there's several that are 50% off. The ship is, and I have cards that I stamped with the ship. I never used the dies. How sad is that? I never had the paper florist, which builds bouquets, but I know there's lots of videos out there on how to do it. Again, the pansies, it's a couple of years old. I don't have any of the cards left. That will build pansies, and there's lots of videos out there. You do not need the stamps to build the pansies, so you could get the 2 of those for a more fabulous bouquet. Then this one is not on sale, but I'm super sad that it's leaving. And I have, actually the last month, I've used it a few times on my channel, so you can go watch some recent videos. But then here are some older cards. It's the patchwork pieces. You can see it does like a starburst, or it will do this little swirly. So those are all the swirly, and then this is the starburst. So I am very sad that it's going, because I do use it a lot. And we just used it on the coffee card. I just used it on 2 cards recently. I remember one was the coffee. I don't remember what the other one is, but if you just go back like a couple weeks, you're going to see it. Then let's see over here. This one, again, scallops contours. I used it all the time, but because it's different sizes of squares and scallops, it was hard for me to tell on my different cards which if it was definitely those are 30% off. Then let's see what I have here. This is not in the right stack. So by the bay, isn't it? Seaside Bay. This one has a really cool oyster shell, a couple of them, and then you can cut out oysters. I have given all of those cards away, but it will cut the dies. I mean, it cuts the images out from that stamp set. Then the waves over here, it's 50% off. It does this really fun wave here. I did it in vellum, so it might be a little bit hard to see. It does the clouds. It will cut out the shapes of the things in your set as well. Then this one is Lights Aglow. Is that what it's called? Probably not, because I think it's older. It's so much easier. Maybe it's on a different page. Yes, Labels Aglow. And it does, oh, this is not Labels Aglow. I get them confused. This is the one that goes with this. And again, I tend to send out all of my Christmas cards at Christmas, so I don't have that one to show you. I'm sorry. But for 50% off, it's a great one. Then the Sweet Citrus Hybrid. It does the lemons or the limes or the tangerines, however you want to color them. And then it also has this lemon folder, which I love the lemon folder. It's 50% off. The tailor-made tags are leaving, and I use those. I've been using them every month for card club, so we'll stop doing that because I won't have those anymore. But they're leaving. So if you just want a nice basic tag set, that's one I would highly recommend. Then the tree rings. It cuts out the images, and then it also does it makes an acorn and little flowers from Ringed with Nature. But here you can see the folder, and it is 60% off. So that's a really good deal for that one. Then these are all, these got put away a long time ago because you can see they're not nice. They hurt your fingers. So I did a demonstration at one of the Stampin' Up! On Stage events, and this was my set. So I can't find any of the ones that I didn't do, and this, from when they hung them on the board, has just destroyed the cards. But the two-tone Flora is 50% off. It does cut out the flowers in the stamp set, but this piece right here, I don't have a whole one of it. It does one whole piece with flowers. And you can see when I did my demonstration, I cut a big one. one big piece out of the distressed gold, and then I cut them apart. So you can see where they've all been cut apart, and it makes really nice pieces then to decorate your card. So that one's 50% off. And then that is all, I think, for the dies. Have a look. You can go to my website. I'll get to these in a second. You can go to my website and download the PDF, or once it's the 9th, you can just shop on my website and you hit the retiring thing, and then you can do it sort by order, and the cheapest things will come up first, which tends to put the sale stuff at the bottom. So I am going to move this stuff out, and then I'm going to bring my other stuff over, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing on this video since it's not going to be all one. Okay, we're going to finish this part up. I have a guest. I think she feels sorely neglected today because I have 3 cats and they all need lots of attention. So I think she thinks that she's on the losing end of it. She'll get up in just a second. So we're going to start with the punches. I did the dies. And with the punches, we have, well, she's on top of them. So first, oh goodness, we have the inked and tiled. Now she's going to go lay on top of this stuff and knock it over. The inked and tiled punch pack. You get 2 punches. We did use these in Card Club. So you get kind of an X and then kind of just a geometric shape. I'm not sure really what they are. You can see them well on this card. We have the this one here, and then all the rest of these are folded over and done twice. So those are 20% off. Then we have, there's several that are retiring. I'm just going to point out a couple that are a good deal. So the Dragonfly, 50% off, the Cherries, the Songbird, and I love the Songbird. It's really, if you have, again, kids that stamp with you, they would have a good time putting that together. The Hedgehog, the Ladybug, all 50% off. This label is 50% off, which I really like it. The one I would highly recommend is this tiny little label, because I just used it on a coffee card not long ago, because it's great when you have little sayings and you don't want to get a die out, because it punches just perfect for that. If you sell stuff at craft fairs too, it's great for putting on pricing. Now we'll do the folders real quick. So she just helped herself. Well, here's one of the other ones when I was looking at this for the dies, but I wanted this because it has the Time Worm type. It is 40% off. One of my favorites of our folders. I think it works well when we got rid of the subtle. Now we've gotten rid of this one. So I like the ones that are just a tad bit of texture. The other one is the rope, the twisted rope, and it is on sale. I told you in the stamp set one how much it was. The way they did the list this year, if it appeared someplace else, the sale price only showed up once. So it's on the other page. I feel like it was maybe either 20 or 40, but you can look that up, and it does a rope pattern. Thankfully, this one, the painted texture, is staying. That's probably of the ones that we have left. That's the one I use the most. Same with Countryside Blooms. It is leaving and it is on sale, because I told you when we went through this part of the catalog in my first video. And now I don't remember. I didn't transfer this over. This is the Quatrefoil tile back here. It's kind of hard to see on this one. I put all of the pieces through the tile of certain colors, and then I mixed and matched them. Oh, some of these are mixed up. Here's another one of the lanterns. So that was supposed to go back there with the dies, but the lantern, I thought I had 2 of those. Then this one is beautiful. It is the Painted Posies 3D, and it does, you can see the catalog does a really good representation of what it does, but it's this size. So you can see it back there. This is retired paper. This, again, is the Quatrefoil. And another one of the Time Worn type. See what I mean about it being very subtle? And then I did drag the ink pad on top of that, so it just picked up a little bit of that raised up image. And then this is the Cascading Ruffles. I will say that I do love it, and I've used it a lot. It's been around for a couple of years, so I have used it over and over and over. The new one that we have that's big, it kind of replaces this, the swirls, I think it's called. So it's 50% off though. So for $5.50, it's a bargain and a half. And again, it's a subtle one. It also looks great for baby cards. I've used it a lot for baby cards. So those are the dies, the punches, and the folders. I'm going to do a separate video. And at that, I will hit the papers and the specialty papers and the ribbons and the embellishments. But I'm only going to show you the ones either that I love, or that are a really super good deal. So you'll have to come back. You'll spend your whole weekend making your shopping list, getting ready for the 9th. I'll catch you back here in a little bit. Bye.